Hi guys, welcome. I'll let you guys pop on. No, if I go to do the cards, yeah, I can just take that down for you. Hey. Oh my goodness. What a long day. I got lots to tell you. Patreon is uploading. Okay. I'll give you guys a second to pop on. Jump on it. Hi. I missed you guys. Happy new moon. Just clearing the deck, clearing the table. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, the freshies. You squeeze that baby extra tight next time you get to do that. Oh, I know. I just went back to work, and I'll tell you why I've been gone. And there was a 2-year-old. We drew a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. And take my hair down. Still wet. We drew a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And these children, like, it didn't even cry. Like, it was like the craziest thing. And the mom was like, yeah, we went somewhere and they both had splinters. One had glass and one had something else on vacation. And they didn't even realize it until it was infected. And I was like, we were talking about like high tolerance of pain. And we were just like baffled. They just watched as I just drew. I was like, okay. But needless to say, I was giving her like stickers. And she was kind of like leaned up against me, and she's just being like a real little snuggle bug. And I was like, oh. It was priceless. It was a nice little moment. But I've had lots going on. I was not avoiding you. I promise I wasn't. It's a lot to explain, but I'm going to explain. I got a new deck. I got cards everywhere. Animal totem. Super cute. I wasn't expecting this massive book to come with it, since I read from my intuition, but holy moly, goodness gracious, great balls of fire, shoot my nerves and you're right on my brain. My back hurts. I was trying to decide what's clear on my table. So, and I keep wanting to clean you. Hold on. Where is it? Where's my cleaner? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Just gonna whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Okay. I'm back. So my shorts were just riding up my coochie. That was not comfortable for a second. So I think last like we left off talking about, I mean, yeah, I don't even remember. But I remember having that conversation with you guys, like feeling pregnant, this is where I'm at, yada, yada. So from there, I had all sorts of like doctor's appointments and ultrasounds, internal ultrasounds, abdominal ultrasound, you name it. So they found some stuff on that. So no pregnancy. Which at that point I was already ruling out because I ended up getting my period. But for those who watched the last reading, you know that's I talked about it for like 15 minutes. Lots of other little stuff that I just gotta like keep an eye on. And then I was like, okay. And then a couple days later, I thought I threw my back out. You know how that happens to me like once a year, and like I'm laid out. It's like the sciatica. So this time it was like my whole left side from my hip to like my whole entire leg to my toes. And this is the first time I experienced that. The leg thing and the pain. And it was awful. My mom kept checking in and this and that. And I mean, I was on muscle relaxers, Tylenol, Motrin, you name it. And then it was like day 2, I wasn't able to get out of bed. And she's like, have you even gone to like the bathroom? And I was like, no. Like, honestly, I haven't. So my dad called an ambulance. I was just kind of like incoherent. I was in so much pain. And next thing I know, I'm waking up in the hospital. I woke up in the ambulance and I was like, I felt like I was like on an amusement park ride. Like, I don't know what drugs they gave me. Like, I have no idea. But that's how bad the pain was. But that's not even like the worst experience. So when I get to the hospital, so I'm there for a while, right? I get to the hospital and all like the emergency room, all the rooms are taken, and there's like 10 beds around like the nurses station, you know, like when it's like overcrowded. So I remember them putting me there, and I just remember the ride being real bumpy and the medication was like wearing off. I was like, oh, I can start to feel it again. So registration, they come over, this and that, you know, I think it was like a nurse or whatever. And then I don't see it for like 20 minutes. So now I'm like, this pain is back. Like, everyone that's walking by me, I'm like, can you get a nurse? Can you get a nurse? Like, I could barely move. I couldn't move the position I was in. Thought I was going to get bed sores. It was awful. The position I was in, I was laying on my right side because it was my left side that was bothering me. And it was consistent. Like, all I could say, like, the pain that I experienced, it was like, I'd rather go through labor. Because at least with labor, this is how I can explain it. At least with labor, you have time in between the contractions to breathe. I could not breathe. Like, the pain was so bad I could not breathe. I had to go to the bathroom so bad too. But nobody was like checking in on me, right? And I mean, it was a complete shit show. It was chaos. Because when they asked what hospital I wanted to go to, I wasn't really into it. I wasn't like all there. I was just like the closest one. Like, I just need drugs. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I just need drugs. You just gotta make the pain go away. And no nurses. They gave me like a blanket, and because I was right near the door, the emergency door, like the ambulance door. It's fucking cold. It was insane. Then I had like the MRI, certain stuff, but they forgot to inject the ink or something, so that didn't come back right. And I couldn't lay down on my back for the MRI or CAT scan, whatever it was. And so I'm on my side. So it was like inconclusive anyway. So from there, I went back, and the way he like moved me, it was just, it was awful. Um, so when I got back onto the stretcher, from that point, I was like in excruciating pain. And I remember I was being kind of loud, like moaning, like I really felt like I was in labor. And I was like, ah, like it was not me, right? And then there's, I was like, I think at one point I was like, somebody help me. Like it was the worst experience. I had been there for like an hour, like total neglect. The nurse finally comes over. I'm like, I need medication now. Well, first of all, the nurse comes over and is like, you really need to keep it down. There's little children in here and you're scaring them. I was horrified. I shut up. I breathed as best as I could and I cried. I just laid there and I cried. And I was like, I cannot believe she just treated me like that. Like, I have not seen a doctor, like, nothing. So then she's like, the nurse is going to bring you medication. So a nurse comes over and she's like, what do you take every day for a painkiller? I was like, I don't. She's like, what do you take every day for a painkiller? You can't, you're telling me you don't take painkillers. I was like, these fucking people think I'm a drug addict. I'm like, this is fucking insane. Insane right now. I was so disappointed. Finally, she injects something. I think I wake up like 20 minutes later. And she's like, yeah, well, the MRI didn't show anything. It just looks like your sciatica and a pinched nerve. And I was just like, a doctor, a PA, like what's, I don't, no, we're going to discharge you. I was like, okay. I mean, it was so bad to the point where I had to go to the bathroom. I knew if I wet my pants, I was going to be laying in my own piss. That's how I was being treated. And it was just the craziest thing. So they went in and like looked at my records, and finally before I ended up going in different directions, I was like, you need to give me something before I get wobbled around and jerked around and this and that. So they gave me some injection for like an anti-inflammatory and then something else, but it only lasted like 10 minutes. Like, she refused to give it to me. I think she really thought I was a drug addict. It was the worst experience I've ever endured. And to be honest with you, like I said, I think I'd rather have contractions so I could breathe through the pain. It was awful. It was awful. And that nurse, I just shut up so quick and I just cried. And I was like, wow, like that's not me, And I literally, I can cry thinking about it. I was gripping the side of the bed, just trying to breathe like you would through contractions. And I literally said out loud, like, somebody help me. It was just awful, awful. And then by the time I ended up leaving the hospital, I ended up with a UTI. I was like, oh, great. It's a fucking shit show, guys. And that was unexpected. All the other health stuff that was coming up. I just feel like in like the last like year and a half, I've just dodged so many things, and just health is like smack in my face. Like, let's go, But if any of you guys ever, you have that sciatica thing, so, yeah, whatever it is, write it down and help me out. Because all I know is that I know you can get like a steroid shot and hopefully that works. If not, I know there's surgery and I don't want to go that route. But I literally just went back to work and I'm still walking around like I'm crippled. Like, it's crippled me. Like, it's done nerve damage to my leg. And that could take 4 to 6 weeks for me to even walk normal again. This is why people have like therapy for stuff. Like, I'm just like, why does this shit have to happen to me to realize how precious things are? Because I'm fully aware of like how precious things are. You know what I mean? And my body was just so weak. And I don't think I've ever felt my body so weak. It was disturbing. It was upsetting. So it's still kind of numb in my left leg. Not as bad as it was, but man, crazy, crazy experience, you know? So it was just awful. Yeah, I thought about just going vegan for a little while, just to get my body back on track. Because they're saying all the other issues were more like for gastro with the celiac and the GERD. And I'm like, I don't think so. Because I remember what that pain was like to be consistently nauseous from like almost 2 months. I don't think that has anything to do with GERD or celiacs, you know? So I went back and forth between a couple different doctors, and I did find like some things out, you know, um, that I definitely have to keep an eye on. But I don't know. But I'm telling you, like, yeah, the doctor sent me like certain stretches. But if that like happens like off and on for the next couple of years, I will opt for that surgery. There's like that was so painful, so painful. I couldn't even breathe through it, and the nerve damage that in my leg, which I'm sure hopefully will repair itself. It's like, man. So been crazy week, crazy week. I think it's been a little longer than it's probably been about a week. I don't know what triggered it. When I Googled myself, stress, depression, couple things like that, and I'm like, really? I'm like, I know I kind of been stressed. Um, but like when I'm stressed out, I'm always like, Courtney, stop stressing so you don't get a cold sore. Now I gotta worry about my fucking sciatica. Like the fuck? So I have no idea. No stress will get it. Yeah, well, stress will kill anybody, you know. But I've always had back pain, and I've said that to you at least once a year where I'm in bed for like 2 days. I'm like, oh, you can't touch me, you can't move me, you know. This was like, no, nope. So, and the muscle relaxers I have, I think are like 10 mg's. And the doctor, I'm like, I want backup. He gave me like 50 mg's with something else for like if it happens again. Because sometimes it's not just one time it happens, why everything's healing or the nerves trying to repair itself, however that works. I haven't read much up on it. It can get triggered again. And I was like, oh, fuck, no. I was like, I want a refill on those every year. Like, if I don't use them this year, I want another refill. He's like, okay. And I was like, that 20 ml is not cutting it. Like, it's awful. I don't even remember the scenario, like, with like the ambulance. Like, it was like just so uncohesive. Like, I wasn't there, you know? So it was just literally the worst experience. On a side note, I did a personal reading randomly out of the blue. I ended up catching her email, and that was exciting. I was like, man, I do miss this a little bit. So I am on that note is going to stop personal readings again. But listen, I created an email, okay, just for these readings, and I'm only doing face-to-face for an hour. That's it. If you want 2 hours, I'll pencil it in. But listen, like, only face-to-face readings. That's it. Okay. So that email, and I'll put the link below. I don't even remember what I created. I was like, oh yeah, I do want to do this again. But I'm only going to do so many so I don't get overwhelmed. But face-to-face is just better. And primary. So what did I name it? So I did Crystal Visions readings only. So Crystal Visions with an S, readings with an S. Okay. Crystal Visions reading only at gmail.com. So, so email me first. Don't try to go to like any links or old links or nothing like that. Like, don't do that. Okay. But it was just like refreshing. Like, we were actually dying laughing because I'm like, I literally saw like the guy in the shower and explained him to a T, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, does he sell Cas and blah, 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 blah. Like, she was like, yeah. It was just like one thing after another after another. Like, I was impressing myself. I was like, I don't know how I picked up on like that. There's no way I picked up on that like that. Like, it's insane how like the shit comes to me. I don't even know how to explain it sometimes. But it's like, it's invigorating. It's exciting to me. I was just like, damn, you know? So that was fun. So, but I don't want to overwhelm myself. So like I said, if you want one, Crystal Visions readings only at gmail.com. And we'll figure it out. And we'll make it work. And then it's funny because I got a request for a reading that I just happened to catch that one too. And I think it was the same day. And I was like, didn't you just catch me on the right day? So it worked out. So that's kind of what's been going on with me. What's everybody doing? Oh yeah, and before that I ended up having the COVID. Like, it's insane. And then last summer I just dodged cancer. Just like, what the fuck? Like, and then if it wasn't for like the vaginal ultrasounds, because they were like from head to toe, blood work, you name it, thyroid, everything. Not premenopausal either. They found like a cyst. There was like a couple different ones, but some of them are normal. One of these are like one of the rarest cysts like you can have. And I was telling my mom, and she's like, man, she's like, fucking, I'm not surprised. You're fucking rare everything. I'm like, yeah, no shit. But it's like right on my fucking cervix. I just had a huge chunk of my cervix taken out last summer. I'm like, the fuck? She's like, don't worry about it. We're just going to keep an eye on it because it's still so small, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, but like, what the fuck? You know? My doctor told me 10 years ago just to have a hysterectomy. I'm just like, they just don't go away on their own. It's like one of the rarest cysts. Like, it's not just going to like fucking disappear. Where do we just hope it doesn't grow? Like, I'm just like, the fuck, man? You know? I'm just like, this fucking like, so it's just like little things like that. It's like bam, 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 bam. I'm like, what the fuck? So anyhow, I decided I want a puppy. That's it. I want a puppy. I'm moving south and I want a fucking puppy. So I think the most traumatic was the hospital visit I just had. That was pretty fucking insane. And I'm just like, I really don't have all my strength back. I really don't. But I'm like, man, I gotta do YouTube. So here I am. So any advice, especially those, I feel like the camera's weird. I don't have my other camera on. Any advice with that sciatica would be much appreciated. I mean, I have the basics when it comes to, I missed you too. I have the basics when it comes to, like the exercise and stuff. I'm just like slow-mo, and I'm still walking like with like a limp, you know, which I'm sure is plenty normal. I just had nerve damage, you know. So there's that. So that's why I said I think I might just go vegan for a little while, just so I make sure I get like the plants and the nutrients and the vitamins and stuff like that. Learn to like get the nutrients I need from that stuff versus like meats and protein and iron and steak and chicken, you know what I mean? Just so focus on one thing and not just do like both. I don't do fish, unfortunately. I know it's really good for you. So, and I just say vegan because with the celiacs and things like that, I really need to cut out bread, which I still cheat with here and there, right? But I don't mind cheating here and there, but just to get my body feeling healthy again, like get that situated. What's good for me, what works for me, and then gradually, you know. So yeah. But in the midst of all of that, I got a new deck. So we'll do a small little reading. I still want to do an update. I got Friday off, so I plan on spending Friday with you guys. And yeah, I was in the hospital. And my little notes that I accidentally threw away. I know I wanted to like catch up on the North Node. I wanted to start going into the South Node. We left off with Sun, the Aquarius. Happy birthday, my little Aquarians. So I really don't want to do a new moon reading, but happy new moon. I don't want to stay too long. Let's just do like what to be aware of in the next 7 days. Because I don't want to get into it too much. Because then it's like we're talking stories. Talking bodies, you got the perfect one to put it on me. Well, there's always portals, right? So I'd have to name certain things with dates. So I'm not trying to do that right this second. And the new moon is all about newness, right? So I almost just did what to expect when you're expecting, but you shouldn't be expecting. I just thought it was cute because you know the book, like when you're expecting to be a mom, like what do you expect when you're expecting? So for those who are expecting something, hmm, that could be a letdown though. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just don't want to like tell a story like that. That's how we get trapped in that energy. I just no, 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 no. So I mean, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but we're talking transits, which I want to start doing and get into. We'll start that again on Friday. I mean, what time is it? 9:30. I gotta get the kids to bed. I've been straight out since 6 o'clock this morning, so I just want to keep this brief. But I just wanted to come on and do an update for you guys. So let's just see. Let's just see what we're looking at for the next 7 days. Okay. This is going to be Aquarius. It just came to me. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 cards for each zodiac. And Aquarius came first. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, happy as shit in mud. I love it. Okay. So it's the Aquarius. Next, say 7 days. Okay. So Queen of Pence, all right. So stable, secure, reliable, practical energy, nurturing energy, taking care of yourself, happy as pig and shit right now. And to me, with the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, to me, this is all about stability, right? The Queen of Pentacles is about stability. So I think you're trying to stabilize something, possibly. You do feel like there's a message coming, but I feel like you're very chill. I do feel a tiny bit of anger or frustration, but I don't think it's anything you really need to focus on. Like you, your money, your home life, your quality of life, I feel like it's like rejuvenizing energy for some reason here. Okay. And it has to do with your foundation or your stability for sure. Some of you are definitely grounding yourselves too. One thing, Aquarius, next 7 days. So be aware someone around you is wearing a mask, okay? But at the end of the day, just do what's best for you with the inner child. Do what makes you happy, okay? Because this energy right here is happy. There's no way this is you wearing a mask. So just kind of be aware that you do have energy around you. Maybe that's why I felt maybe a little of the frustration. I'm not quite sure. But if you ask me, you're as happy as pig in shit right now. Okay? Rolling around. So don't let anybody come in and take that feeling from you. So I don't know if something's coming in, you got good news, you purchase a home, you're moving, it's the Queen of Pentacles, right? It's the Queen of Value. But I just see this one solid little pentacle right there. Like it could be something coming towards you in the next 7 days. Okay. And again, just be aware that there's someone around you not really showing their true feelings or their true colors. Okay. But again, try not to focus on that because this is your energy. Okay. So I will briefly, and I thought this was cool, and I read by intuition, but I will briefly, because your first cut out was the Queen of Pentacles, break down. Because I did it for Patreon real quick, and I was like, wow, that's cool. No wonder why the book is so big. So, all right, I guess the queens and kings are by themselves. Oh, they come first. They come first. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. No, 10 of Wands. Okay, so the queens and kings are by themselves. Queen of Pentacles. There's nothing nicer than sun on my skin and the wind in my hair. Time for me to be in my best time of the whole wide world. No interruptions, no constant conversation, just me and whatever I find I want to do for myself. So when it comes to business and career, okay, the queen knows how to manage her money. All right, yeah, I was deciding whether to read the whole thing. The queen knows how to manage her money. The queen loves business and thinks spreadsheets are sexy. She wants to make sure you know exactly where your money is and where it's going. So you won't always have to worry about that need. When it comes to family relationships, this is the queen that likes you. I mean, really, really, really likes you. She'll give you the world. If, however, You rub her the wrong way, she'll deny you and she'll take a different offer. Take a good look at your relationship and ask if you're giving freely and if there's other people that are doing the same, or is there conditions around you. For this energy is affecting your current state of your relationship when it comes to health and well-being. This is how it is when it's saying me, time coming along. So often in my healing practice, I hear excuse after excuse on why someone can't or won't take time for themselves to heal. If you're more about excuses than you're healing, then you got a very big problem. Luckily, the Queen of Pentacles is here to show you another way. All right, so it's kind of like ask yourself if you're journaling. It says, where are you allowing or not allowing yourself time to celebrate in your personal victories? Are you just more attached to your excuses than you are your own happy feelings, health, and abundance? Do you often find the formality of a schedule? How often do your formality schedule time for yourself? So I don't want to break it down like that with each and every single one. I'll figure it out. But it's kind of basically what I was saying. Like, don't let anybody take your thunder. Don't let anybody take your shine. Like, be that pig in shit. If you got to take a break from somebody, take a break from somebody. If you got this energy around you, whether they're hiding their feelings or they're being shady as shit, don't worry about it. Take care of you, your own stability, your own foundation. Okay? Because there's something around you that's taking from you. So don't let that happen anymore. Okay? All right, let's go to Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra. Next 7 days for Libra. Libra. Strength card. 7 of Swords. In a way, I feel like this is self-deception, but I also feel like there's shady energy for some reason. I feel like you're kind of lonely. Like you have to go, you don't want to go. Right, it's a strength card after an ending, right? But the 7 of Swords, so it almost feels forced, but not forced, if that makes sense, because this is like having to go. You know what I mean? You feel forced or pushed to go. I don't know if you were in denial, but the next 7 days for Libra, you're going to have the strength to do what's right. I feel like if you stick around, it might be risky business. Libra. I really feel like it's like, oh man, it's one of those like, it's almost like you have to. Yeah, so you just kind of been repeating cycles, okay? Or somebody around you that's got a lot of Libra energy is repeating cycles. You could be dealing with a Leo for all I know, or air sign. We have every propensity within our chart, guys. So like I said, I wouldn't stick around. The longer you stick around, it's only going to cause destruction. So what I'm seeing here is like, whether it's forced or not, to me, it's probably your intuition telling you like it's time to go. But I feel like you were pushed out or forced out, or you heard a lie, or your intuition's telling you it's the truth. It's something like that, and it's like you have no choice but to persevere and push through. I can clearly see you don't want to, but like I said before this deck even came out, I got that same exact vibe. Like if you don't, you're only gonna find yourself in this situation again. You could be sabotaging your own success. You could be sabotaging a new start for yourself, right? So I really don't want you to do that either. Wait, these... It's not always easy to keep going, but it's another chance to start over again. That's exactly what I said, guys. Okay? What muscles do you currently need to build? Question mark. How can your personal strengths help you or those around you? Question mark. Are you throwing your weight around instead of supporting someone you love? Question mark. Well, that feels like a whole nother story. So if this has to do with business, okay, you're your own boss and it takes courage. It's like the ox path. It's not easy for everyone or even easy for you to be able to walk it, but you are walking it and you are going to walk it, and that takes guts. Just for today, list all the times you've had to dig deep and find that inner strength to achieve your goals. Celebrating triumphs will make this walk easier. So that's if it's work. If it's family and relationships, sometimes people forget that relationships are not battlegrounds. We need to find somewhere within our journey we are not in competition with ourselves and we're not wagering for wars or wills against them. Check in and see how you're using your own muscles in your current relationship. Are you supporting your partner, or are you throwing the weight around and making life for both of you a little more tense and insecure? So some of you, this could be self-sabotage. But again, with this energy, I don't like it because this is repeating patterns. Okay? So there's two stories here. When it comes to your health and well-being, this is the path of health and healing, and it's not always an easy one. Many of us like to start off with the ox in this card, weighed down and pulling the past behind us. Yet as we continue to walk, not only do we see the need to drop some of the weight, but we also begin to build muscle to keep moving forward. No matter where you find yourself in this healing path, just keep going, keep moving and letting that weight go and keep building that muscle. Okay. And I just had a coin or something over here just fall. Did you guys hear that? I don't know what it would have been. I don't see anything. That's strange. So I don't know what that's about. So two different stories here. You gotta know which story is yours. Okay. Gemini. And I'm not writing these down. I apologize. Staying alive, staying alive. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gemini, next 7 days. Ooh. Temperance. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, though. Temperance is change. It's healing. Okay. Could sometimes be... This is like, to me, mind you guys, this is the first time I'm using these cards. You're definitely in a healing process. I definitely think the worst is behind you. But it's time for you. It's time for balance. It's time for moderation. Look how beautiful. But it's followed by the 5 of Cups. So you can dwell on your feelings and what you didn't get or what you lost. Or you can look at it as a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you, because apparently you really didn't lose what you thought you lost. It would be somebody else's loss. Because right now it's about you. It's grounding. And it's ironic because I always looked at temperance as similar to the two of cups, and the two of cups is being shown in this one. It's still standing up, right? But you're too focused on what went down. But it's time to heal. Some of you, I think, are healing and you're not even aware of your healing right this second, which is probably not a bad thing, but you are healing. But this is, it's change. This is like having to evolve. So I don't know if there's an offer coming in this week and you reject it or you get rejected, but it's really a blessing. Gemini. Next 7 days, please, Gemini. Like, I just feel like you're going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, see, you are ascending. But I do feel like there's back and forth, back and forth. Like, careful consideration with something. Yeah, grief. And it's ironic because it's following the same exact way. Ascending, temperance. Moving on up, right? And then you got grief and the 5 of cups. So, to me, you do... Kaden, can you let Max out, please? You do kind of need to be careful here because you're already in the midst of healing from a situation. Like, you are ascending. And I think some of you don't even realize that you're ascending, to be honest with you. So I think it's going to be a nice transition because I feel like you've been healing, whether you're aware of it or not, which is, a plus. So it's like been healing, right? But I almost feel like some of you don't even realize it, which is okay. You probably will in the next few days. But I forget what Aquarius had the first card out, but I do know I just did Libra and they had a major arcana too. So yeah, temperance and then the Tower, right? So just be wary, okay? Your body is a mirror of your inner workings of your mind, your emotion, and the sense of you. Be gentle with your soul. Nothing about you is ever truly hidden, no matter how hard you might try. So some of you are hiding the pain. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but it's coming out twice. So it might be better to talk about it. But if that's the case, make sure the person you're talking about it with really supports you. Because you don't need to hear negativity. Like, say it's a relationship. You don't, oh, she's a bitch or he's just a jerk. Like, you don't need that. That's not the type of friendship you want around you right now. Get what I'm saying? Like, just support. I don't think you're too focused on it, but for some of you, you are. Okay, so try not to. So when it comes to business, in business, you have to deal with a lot of opposing energy. You also have to take the energy and make it work for you. Sometimes the results are amazing, and sometimes, well, they're just better off not even be spoken about ever again. But this is how you learn and grow. Don't stay in your safe zone. Find something or someone that is working differently from you and learn how to bring new energies into your current project. If this has to do with family relationships, sometimes opposites really do attract. They do for a bigger reason. The biggest growth of a person can have is through conversations and with people that do not share the same beliefs or interests. The biggest growth a person can have is to have conversations with people who do not share the same beliefs or interests. All right, so it's like learning new things. I had to repeat that, sorry. This can push your boundaries and make you think differently about new thoughts. So it's perspective, right? Not being so stubborn. And even deepen a certain connection with things that are different and that you never felt you would. It feeds the soul and allows you to stay strong and resilient. Seek out more of your opposites. And I did talk about be careful who you're talking to. All right. So I love that I'm picking up on it like that. It's great. So when it comes to your health and well-being, the flamingo needs good proteins in its diet. Are you getting enough protein? Do you even know what they are? ? Believe it or not, science has now shown us that animal proteins are actually the lowest protein humans can put in their body. The best proteins to eat will make us grow within and is found whole with plant-based foods. If temperance has grazed on your reading today, no, it would be a good time to start an additional good proteins in your diet. Your body will heal faster and start to look better in no time at all, which is actually beautiful. I literally just said that. And I have a lot of Gemini in my chart. And that could be just health alone, just dragging me down, but I'm ascending. So I'm just giving you another example. Okay. I do think it is wise to be careful who you're spending your time with or who you're around, hanging out with, kibitzing with. Okay. Oh crap. All right, let's go to Taurus. We'll do Earth next. Taurus. Taurus, next 7 days. Okay. 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Wow. Ace of Wands right around the corner. So deciding to go in a particular direction that brings happiness, some type of fulfillment that you've been lacking. I think that's a hippo. We're about to find out. Both of these are in the ocean, so you're probably in your emotions, even though you're an earth sign. So your emotions play a big part in this decision this week. I think you need to consolidate, whatever that means to you. Taurus, next 7 days, please, Taurus. Damn. Something that went down in the fall, or you're dealing with the fall baby. To me, this could be like harvest time, but I just feel like darker energy because it's sitting next to the dark night of the soul. And then you got feminine energy. So somebody could be in the dark night of the soul making an important decision regarding a feminine or vice versa. I don't know if it's masculine or feminine. I'm feeling the feminine energy is more prominent and vibrant just because it's this darker energy. So that's like the light and that's like the dark. So I feel like it's the opposite energy. deciding on what direction to go. I don't know if they have choices or if you've been dating and thinking about commitment. I guess it really just depends on what's on your mind. And then we got material world, okay? I don't see nothing material here. So that's telling me that there's somebody around you that's probably materialistic. Because right now, this is about your emotions. I know Taurus can rule money. It's Venus, love, money, you name it, health, okay? But I didn't pick up, I did say consolidate. So there might be some assets that you might want to consolidate if it has to do with that type of money. But you're surrounded by water in the ocean. Okay, so you're surrounded by your emotions. This is emotional. I don't know if it's been continued on since fall, or if someone's been in a dark night of the soul since fall. If anything, I would think it'd be a masculine energy because this is just so damn vibrant. So, we'll read it if it comes to money, because this talks about relationship, money, and health. So we'll get a better idea of that for you. But I really think it's more about following your soul. And if you're stepping out of a dark night of the soul, that could have been a catalytic energy that came in. But I also just heard you reap what you sow. So there could be some karma lingering as well. Four of Wands. All right. Gracefully, I make my way through the sea, far and wide, near and far, but always with the destination in my mind. To swim aimlessly would not be only dangerous, but potentially deadly. Here in the sea, there are many options and opportunities, just as there is on land, and just like there is on land-based world. If one doesn't act quickly, they will be gone forevermore. So, Two of Wands in a normal deck would never typically tell you to quickly make a decision. So there's quite a few stories here. There's got to be lots of indecisiveness happening. So to me, you've been putting, or someone around you's been putting, because gracefully I make my way through the sea, far and wide, near and far, but always with a destination in mind. To swim aimlessly around would not only be dangerous, but potentially deadly, right? So procrastinating, indecisions, that type of stuff. If one does not act quickly, they will be gone forevermore. Wow. So there's some type of pressure, either you feel it or somebody else does, when it comes to business or career, okay? All planning and no action means no results. You have planned well, but now you have to set the plan into motion. The Two of Wands lets you know that the energy is right for you to start in bringing something forth in which you have already had under wraps. If need be, seek a mentor to assist you. Just keep going. If it comes to family and relationships, There is something to be said about the power of two in a relationship. Generally speaking, there are two of you. And with two people both working towards the same goal, the sky really is the limit. Now it's time for you to join forces with your partner to bring about something that you both wish to experience. When it comes to your health and well-being, it is time to put your money where your mouth is, literally. It's time to commit to healing on a certain session, join the gym, or take a cooking class. The Two of Wands speaks of partnerships and health, and it's all about you and your partnership and what you have to do with your own body. So take your body and do something together that adds the vortex of your own well-being. Ask yourself, how could having a mentor help yourself with the current situation? Question mark. Therapist. Whatever it is for you. What dream is screaming out for you to take action on? Question mark. When you visualize your future, what is there or who is there with you? Question mark. Because it's a two. Two is about partnerships, balance, right? So I will tell you, the energy around you, I don't know if there's too many people in the picture, but when it comes to work, there was nothing that really shined like that. So to me, is somebody putting material matters in front of love. Okay. And to me, love will always come first. Money will always be there. You'll be able to make it, or you have to make it, or and pay your bills. Like, I get it, but like, love comes first. Love's a priority. Things will fall into place. So someone around you, or you have really been procrastinating about your next move. And it's I get it. It does seem like a life changing event, but it also leads to happiness. So you might want to reprioritize, where you're investing. So either it's the feminine or the masculine, either or, whatever, vice versa, however it's going down for you, has been in a dark soul for quite some time now. Maybe something just told me 3 months, the last 3 months. So October, November, December, January, February. So maybe it started more like November-ish. That's a long time to be contemplating a new direction. That's stress. Stress will kill you. That's why it's saying act quickly before it's gone. So I kind of feel like it's the surrounding energy around you. But it's also up to you to make your own decisions and what's best for you and what direction you need to go in. Because this one's facing forward, but it's dark as shit. Her back is turned, but she's also going towards the light. Okay. So that was Taurus. Let's do Virgo. Hey, Kaden. He's got a 10 o'clock. Lights out tonight. Buddy? What are you doing? Where are you? Oh, all right. I'm still on YouTube. I'll give you like 10 minutes and then I'll come tuck you in. I'll come out in like 10 minutes. Okay, it's already 10 o'clock. Hi. Hola. You getting ready for bed? Okay. All right. Well, I love you. Sleep good. Yes. All right, I love you too. Sleep good. Boy, love you. All right, sweet dreams. Love you. Bye. Mia's upstairs. All right. Virgo. Ooh, a skunk. Ooh. You almost feel like you gotta mark your territory. Damn. Damn, Virgo. You guys been shocking me the last 6 months. It's like for realsies. Virgo. Next 7 days, Virgo. Temperance and the 6 of Swords. So, moderation, healing, giving things a chance, change. And the 6 of Swords is moving forward. So, this positive. Oh my gosh, it's got a sugar glider in the picture. I had a couple sugar gliders. And it's funny because they mark their scent. They're extremely territorial. So even though it's not the skunk, I still feel like there's something very territorial here. Because no matter how many times I cleaned their cage, they have a smell, and they will just wipe their little organs all over the bars as soon as you wipe it down. I gave them a good home. I tried. I don't do that with animals. Trust me, I don't. But that was just potent and overwhelming. And a lot of work. But I'm okay with work. I'm an animal lover, guys. Trust me. That's the only thing I was ever like, okay, we got to find a new home. Cute. They are cute. The thing is, we had one and it was great. We had her for about 2 years. Her name was Brooke. And then I adopted 3 more because somebody didn't know what to do with them. And that's when it became overwhelming. It was like, oh, I'm going to get caught. What did you do? But then Brooke, ended up bonding with the other 3. So I let them all go. So there is something still territorial here, even though it's not a skunk. But this is lessons learned moving forward. But this is a tiny ass fucking stream. It's almost like it's time to land, It's like drowning in a fucking puddle. I can't explain it. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, see, 8 of Cups. It's like, I'm loving these cards. I'm loving the way they're talking to me. It's time to go. Like, to me, like, this is lesson learned. Like, you got hurt, but lesson learned. And I hate to say it like that. I hope you continue to listen to your intuition. Like, this is water, 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 even though it's fire, air, water. Okay. Like, there's nothing plenishful like there. Like, there's nothing vibrant about where you've been at. So it's time to fly. It's time to soar. And it's ironic because that's got wings. That's got wings. Well, it's not really wings, right? But they're flaps so they can fly. And that's got fins, but they're all out of the air. They're all in the air. See what I'm saying? Like, whatever it was somewhat made you happy, but it definitely didn't bring contentment or fulfillment. And some of you, it's definitely is lesson learned. It's time to concentrate on yourself, or changes needed in your, like, to me, like, you're fixing for change, or you're fixing for whatever that saying is. You're fixing but you're fixing for something. I feel like you got an itch, but like the fixing for something is like fixing for danger, fixing like I don't know what that saying is. Glutton for punishment is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know why I said fixin', because glutton for punishment. So by staying, I feel like this was just attached because you need to know your own worth and your healing, and what went down was shitty. But I feel like if you stay in a certain situation, whatever you're contemplating, if you're contemplating, like you're glutton for punishment. Like to me, like you're drowning in a puddle, but I don't. Some of you, to me, is like lesson. The lesson wasn't really learned. So this is either you or energy around you. Virgo. Next 7 days, Virgo. Like, to me, it's like, get the heck out of Dodge. If you stayed in a situation, it looks like you did it for money, whether it was work or love. I don't know. Or maybe it's time to start a new job or a new career or a new business or a new idea, craft something. Something's probably been draining you financially. To me, I almost feel like your financial matters will increase by you doing the right thing. And this is why solitude is here, because it's like I said, it's like glutton for punishment if you stay. And I don't feel like you're contemplating. Like I said, some of you, lesson learned, and then others of you, it's like you're borderline learned. Oh yeah, your body. I don't really see health here, but if it comes to health, plant-based diet, that type of thing will probably be better for you. But it's telling your body's telling you to decide what it is you want, what you want to say. Just know whether you like it or not. The story can only change if you do something about it. Right? So if you stay, it's kind of like glutton for punishment. So I really want to focus on the Six of Swords because I feel like that was like a tag along. So some of you, it's just probably a guardian angel or a guide. You're being guided towards something or out of something. Sugar glider. Ooh. Okay. The moment of any kind of risk, but then again, not moving can also be dangerous. Trying to stay where you are, no longer feeling safe or secure, won't serve you any good. You've outgrown your old self, and now it's time for you to say goodbye once and for all, no matter what anybody says. And no one said any of this would be easy either. But at least for now, you don't have to do anything other than glide with the current winds of this inevitable change. When it comes to business or career, It is time for you to move on or just take what you can carry with you. The Six of Swords doesn't allow or doesn't show you what happened before you got to this point. It only focuses on the journey that you have in front of you that you now need to take. So jump like the sugar glider and see where you land when it comes to family and relationships. Swords can drive us batty. The Six of Swords is no exception. Right now, you need a mental vacation from your relationship or something that is truly overplaying in your head. A sugar glider stays and takes a break. Go outside and raise your arms in the air. Close your eyes, lift your head towards the sky, and just feel the air blow as your mental cobwebs dissipate. So when it comes to health and your well-being, this card is a reminder that you always have everything that you need to make your journey of health and well-being. It's just not something you want to acquire. But right now, it's already here. You're probably just not noticing because you're too busy trying to dictate the terms of a dialogue. Let go and let your body do what it needs to do. Take a seat and just listen for a change. Okay? Do you need a mental vacation? Question mark. Do you just walk away from this right now? Question mark. Are you keeping your eye on where you actually should be going? Question mark. I'm not going to lie. I'm loving that my intuition is already telling you guys a story. I'm really liking this deck. I literally just busted it out. So this is fucking fan-fabulous. So I hope you guys are enjoying. So I do feel like I said, it could be just a guide because this is what's really sticking out to me. Glutton for punishment if you stick around. It's time to go towards something new. And if it's financial matters, yeah, take the new job. There might be a money cut. There might be a money increase. Maybe someone's draining you. I don't know. But I know if you don't make this decision and do what's best for you, it looks like majority of things will be taken, like meaning like health, like the universe will lay you out. If it's money you crave, it'd be taken from you. I feel like whatever this is for you, it's going to affect different aspects of your life, not just one. So that tells me you've been in a situation long enough. Like the grass is not green anymore. It is definitely time to move forward. Capricorn. Let me just go check on Kaden. What do we got? 7 left? I love you more. Oh, he was already lights out and in bed. Okay. Alrighty, schnighties. Hi. Capricorn. So much for fucking quick and easy, right? All right. Yeah, that was like everything was off. Tablecloth was off. 2 of Pence and Justice. That's like, do the right thing. Thank you. Something's tricky for you right now. You can do it, Cappies. Next 7 days, Capricorn. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Ace of Pence and the Queen of Cups. I love it. And I looked underneath the deck. It was a star. I cheated. It's a Dune bug, right? They put a lot of work into things. This is like happiness. Like you're going to love something here. Something coming towards you. If you put your heart and soul into it, you can fertilize it. Like if you build it, they will grow. What's that? The field of dreams? Something's coming in for you. The moose is underwater. It's like love's coming for you or something. New opportunity, whether you take it or you create it. Wow. Everything's just so alive. It is going to require you to put your heart and soul into something. It is emotional security. So maybe you're contemplating your own emotional security, or it's just you know what you want. I do feel like there's a wish here, and it's not because it's not because I saw the star. It's just look at all the growth and the greenery and the blossoming, and it's just everything's alive. Like the plankton, that's not the ocean, that would be a lake. But the seaweed, it's just so alive. If you've been putting a lot of hard work into something, I feel like that's going to pay off. It's beautiful. It's a nice switch for you guys, huh? I feel like it's about to get tricky, though. So I don't want you to focus so much on what comes out here, whether it's positive or negative. You need to continue to, it's not even self-love. The self-worth would be there. It's time to continue. To me, something's about to pay off and you're going to love it. It's just that simple. Capricorn, next 7 days. So something that has to do with spring. So it's just time for a new cycle and inspiration with a muse. Okay, something is truly going to inspire you, or you are inspiring somebody else. You're about to go into a new cycle. If this is regarding your money, I will tell you, come spring, everything's blooming. I know we don't want to hear come spring, but you're going to be happy as fucking pig and shit. And spring's not that far away, guys. You're going to be inspiring people, or there's somebody that comes into your life that inspires you. I mean, you're going to love it. It's going to be solid. You're going to start a new cycle. So I don't know if you're creating something now. Did I split the deck at the Ace of Wands for you guys? I can't remember. This is the next 7 days. So something is coming in. You're starting something. And the payoff is like in spring. So, Ace of Pentacles. Everything in the physical material world operates with a cycle of reincarnation. This is with that which the past is use. Let me start over. Everything in the physical world operates in the cycle of reincarnation. That which is past, its usefulness for one person becomes most covenant resources to another. We all require different things at different times, so be open to the resources that come. Waste not, want not is my personal motto. And if you know how to be more open-minded, it will be yours as well. So waste not, want not. So don't waste your time. I don't know why that was difficult to read. There's a message there. Because I'm surprised it just didn't flow off of my tongue. So I don't know if it's something new or there's a lot of research or this could be something you've done for the past life too. It's like for those who believe in reincarnation, okay? You're just gonna fucking love it. You're gonna excel. And it has to do with your money too, because I just saw an Excel sheet. Business and career. This card offers new opportunities to see the resources at your disposal. In your business, all points of abundance and of expansion. Just like the Doom Beetle, everything you can possibly need is currently will be at your fingertips. You may, however, have discounted their importance before at first glance. Try again with that creative vision and allow your gifts to shine. If it comes to family and relationships, now might be a good time to take another look at your budget. There might be a little more wiggle room for something you saw first. Not everything has to be brand new. Sometimes you can reclaim it or repurpose it. The Doom Bug asks you to look around your home and see what you can do to breathe new life into something. Okay? I love that. Like refurbishing a chair, something like that, okay? It might actually kickstart a business for you. Just something like that. Don't worry about your material needs. Whatever you have that you're probably going to start, that's going to be creative, that you're going to love, is not even going to require money right off the rip. Okay? So when it comes to your health and well-being, a gift is rolling into you for the present moment and for this experience. But looks can be deceiving, and perhaps you are yet to see the treasure that it really is. The Ace of Pentacles asks you if you're really ready to receive what it is you ask for, regardless of how it chooses and how it shows up. So I do feel like there's something about a beginning here that is probably going to be a little tricky, especially when I was cutting the deck. Okay, but it's going to pay off. I do feel the need to read the Queen of Cups to you. I don't know why. Especially since you're Cappies. But I really feel like you're just going to love whatever this is. You might take your time to love it, or you might just fall into it, you know? You got the moose. Not many people know that I can swim, but it is underwater like no other water before. The plants are fresher here, and it's less stress on my body. As if it was time where it just stood still. Things are also quieter here. I also feel like I can clear my mind here and connect back to myself here. However, one must be careful not to slip and get caught up in that downward current, as things underwater can change very quickly. It's beautiful, like she loves it there, right? Loving yourself, but don't stay there for too long. So don't get too comfortable. So you're going to have to go outside the box, outside your comfort zone. But whatever it is, I'm telling you, I feel like you got a knack for it. Okay. When it comes to business and career, it's time for you to plunge into something or go deeper with your business. So staying at the surface will cost you. You've been running for too long. Now is the time to connect with your more heart of your center level with your clients or your team members. Nurture your network and see how the flow of energy returns to you tenfold. Family and relationships. The Queen of Cups is a nurturer. She loves to take care of things and others. She's always up for a dinner party or 2 or 3, bringing people all along. The Queen loves to do what she loves to do. Just as you do best, not to play favorites, that this will damage the very energy that you are wishing to grow. So no favorites. Fairness, health and well-being. Quiet, literally. This card asks you if you're drinking enough water or eating enough greens. The moose diet is important, so pay attention to the greens that you are eating that are no good for you or anybody else. But don't take care of somebody else first. Make sure you take care of your own personal, physical, and emotionally spiritual needs. Queen of Cups has a tendency of overgiving or, making sure everybody else is, happy and content. So definitely stay focused on you. But I think whatever is coming in, I do feel this is linked to reincarnation. But I do feel like by spring, you're going to be in this energy. Like this energy can kick in this week where I said like all of a sudden you can repurpose a chair and the next thing you know, your business is like bam. Okay. I feel like you've definitely done it before. And I just really felt the need to read that for you. You're going to be an inspiration. I mean, you could just be in a notebook jotting things down or drawing, sketching. And the next thing you know, you're the next freaking Van Gogh. A couple centuries from now, everybody's like, what's your art? Okay. So, beautiful reading. Beautiful reading. What do we got? We got fire and water, right? Let's let the deck choose. What do we got? The World. That's a fixed sign. What do we got? 2 of Cups. Water, 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 water. All right, Cancer. Next 7 days. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Next 7 days. Cancer, next 7 days. Knight of Clubs. Clubs. I almost said, I did say clubs. But before anything came out of my mouth, I was going to say I do feel something. Obviously, it probably began with a K. Five of Wands. Is that a badger? I don't know. I think so. I'm not positive, though. Oh. I just thought of On the Sea. Ariel. What movie is that? The Little Mermaid. I like that movie. I think Prince Charming is about to make a decision. What are we on? Cancer? I think Prince Charming is trying to make a decision, but there's rivalry or there's competition, or I don't even see you in this read. I mean, you could be the Knight of Cups, right? But like, I don't see a mermaid here. I see like anger, frustration, somebody who's not grounded, and it's the Knight of Cups. So I don't know if someone's talking shit about you. If there's drama around you, drama about a decision that somebody's about to make, drama, not wanting conflict, like they know this is going to cause conflict. But this is also like putting your foot down and following your soul and your feelings. But you are going to have to fight a little harder for what you want. So I don't know if along the way you weren't speaking the truth, or along the way you weren't being straightforward. Like that's kind of what stopped you. So we got a strong masculine energy here. Almost like frustrated with their own feelings. In a majority of my YouTube, 90% of you are women. So I'm assuming this is, if you got strong Cancer in your chart, this is someone around you. I don't feel like you're in your masculine energy here. Like I only have one placement of Cancer. Well, actually I have two. It's like the least that I actually have, even though it's my sun sign. Believe it or not. There is a strong connection here because that song in my head, I feel your energy when something you're around. Like, what is that song? I feel your energy. I want you to. Like, I got a man. What your man got to do with me? No. I think I want to say it came on the radio and I had to Shazam it and I posted that particular song on my community page because this is telling me that you have some type of soulmate connection or something. Because I just didn't pick up that vibe from those cards until that song came in. I want to say it was probably like a month ago. It's a newer song. I can feel your energy. Mm-hmm. Something like, I know you can feel it too. But I'm pretty sure she's got like a boyfriend, but she wants him. Mia's probably sleeping. So a month ago, so I'll go a little further. I can feel your energy. I know that you want me to. Something like that. Something me and you. Was it before Christmas? Or vice versa? I think this is it. Doja Cat, The Weeknd. I think this is it. Yep, I can't help it. I want you. So this is it. It's called Doja Cat, The Weeknd. You're right. So Doja Cat, The Weeknd. You're right. Okay. So um I got a man, but I want you. I want you. I just want to find that one lyric. It's like when a guy comes in and sings it. Can't stop and look the other way because you believe in fairy tales. Girl, I want you like you want me to. I feel that energy when you're on top of me. Okay. But you still your man, he's not controlling you, but you still hesitate because you choose loyalty. And I know your history. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. So this is a masculine energy. All right. Because it was that verse with the masculine. So I feel that energy when you're on top of me. So apparently, this has got to be somebody you know or somebody you're intimate with. I wouldn't think there'd be competition, but yeah, maybe, right? Because she's got a man, or vice versa, he's got a woman. So too many people in the picture. But to me, it's like somebody else doesn't like somebody else's choice. There's something going down like that, but there is a beautiful connection here. I don't see the beauty, but I clearly the song is telling me there's a beautiful connection somewhere. So I don't know if it's just somebody around you, crushing on you, fantasizing about you. They can hear that song and they think about you. It literally could be a crush at work and you have no idea. But they could be in a commitment or they can be with somebody, a legal contract. So it could actually be physical, real life, like you've been on top of them, or it is fantasy. So this is literally it's like how a man thinks of you or what's going on with them or something like that because there's no feminine energy here. And if there's any feminine energy, it'd be here. But cancers don't really compete. It's not in your nature. I mean, we can all be competitive, but like when it comes to love, you don't compete for love. Well, no, some of you guys can. But I feel like that's other propensities, other archetypes in your chart. Cancer next 7 days. Because I feel like someone's arguing over like someone's decision or like a mental battle, but I don't know. It's like got you caught. Yeah, see, like it's fantasizing. But somebody needs to take action or they're about to take action. There might be an argument over somebody over the past, or there might be an argument regarding somebody, making a move or an advancement. It's either the past or nostalgic energy, or this is a crush. Like I said, someone crushing on you or somebody you already know. And it could just be like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in someone's head. But I don't think so. Like the feelings are there and there's frustration. I feel like you have to face it, like confront a situation. And I don't feel that energy. I do feel like there's somebody else in the picture that should not be here. And that's a strong soulmate too. Strong past life. So be careful who you're engaging with. To me, this is almost like an energy being like, fuck it, I'm just going to go after it. Like, that's it, I'm just going to do it. But they keep facing their own opposition, or somebody else is not going to like somebody's choice or what they do next. So there's obviously an ex here, or somebody that they're still attached to some way, somehow. Want you like you want me to. This energy when you're on top of me. The blue-footed booby. Watch my feet and I will dance for you. I want you to understand I am a lover, not a fighter. Don't let my nightly gear fool you. So machismo, who knows, ego. I would rather dance with you than to see any harm come to you. Just watch my feet. I know sooner or later you'll be right there next to me, enjoying the sound of my waves as we get lost in each other's eyes. For the most dangerous quest of all is someone's heart. The One of Hearts. It's like the Ace of Cups, One of Hearts. So this is about you and somebody else. And it wouldn't look that way, but it's so clear. It's just saying, like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But obviously have that guard up, right? But I'd rather dance with you than see any harm. Watch my feet, and I know sooner or later I'll be right next to you. We'll be enjoying each other and enjoying the sound of the waves as we get lost in each other's eyes. You do have a beautiful connection with somebody. It just certainly does not look that way from here. So if it comes to business and career, if the Knight of Cups has shown up in your business reading, there's a good chance that you spend way too much time dreaming about the ideal business and not enough time actually getting towards your clients or going in a new direction or making something reality. It's time you snap out of it and start doing what needs to be done in order for your dreams to actually come into reality. Family and relationships. A little water bird is here to love. He dances, he grooms, and all he needs to do is make sure he's looking for the best prospective mate. Can you say the same? ? Now might be a good time to turn the charm on or show your partner or prospective partner that romance that you see is now here. The time for wooing is upon you. So let the dance love begin. So it could just be some fear and I had to clear my throat. So it's clear someone just doesn't want to tell you how they feel right now. Health and well-being. But it might happen. The blue-footed booby, blue-footed bobby, feet are important as they indicate how healthy or unhealthy he is. Interestingly enough, human feet do the same thing. So what do your feet say about the state of your own health? Are they cracked, sore, knotted up? Are they painful? Or are they smooth, flexible, and strong? Your feet can tell you a lot. But first you need to ask. Do you ever find yourself getting lost in your own fantasy world? ? Which important task do you need to complete right now? ? How can you bring more romance into your life? ? Pisces. Next 7 days, my lovelies. Pisces. Knight of Wands. King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Wow. Well, yeah, I don't even know what to say because it's the opposite energy of like what the cards really mean, believe it or not, is what I'm picking up on it. It's like putzing around, not doing it. Like to me, this is like insecurities. It's being lazy, don't want to commit to something, not taking action. You have a woman over here that's like, I'll fucking eat you up, but like not in a good way. Like, I'm hungry, so if you're not going to feed me, if you're not going to feed my cravings, then fuck off, because you're like just a fucking rat right now. So I don't know who the fuck's story this is. Because the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands does not typically come off this way. Okay? And she's hungry and depleted. Like, this is crazy. Again, this is the first time I've ever used this deck, guys, but it's what's telling me, like, there's so much happiness around him. Like, there's so much growth and potential in her too, but it's like you got two energies sitting in the fucking dust. Like, what is happening here? Like, you go ahead and tell me if you're picking up on another fucking vibe there, because I'm sure as fuck not. And I'm the reader. I'm delivering the message. There's so much life around him, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at him. He's like a little chubby. You know what I mean? Overeating, full, over drinking, overindulging, possibly. Machismo, ego. I don't need to. Blah, 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 blah. See, you get the vibe I'm picking up on? And she's fucking hungry. She's starving. If you don't feed the Queen of Wands, boy, bye. Like you already are not. Right now, she's got 8 cups. You got 2 more cups to fill, motherfucker, or she's out. That's what this is saying to me. Could have sworn this is a fucking Scorpio read, but nope. Pisces. The fuck? So, damn. It's almost like he feels inadequate too. And she's not being pleased. I see her ribs. Like, fucking eat a cheeseburger, please. Eat a piece of bread. Like, what? Like you're not yourself and they're not themselves. And there's so much greenery in life around this energy. And it's like you're overindulging. It's like you're missing out on something. An Aries energy and a Sag energy. Could be dealing with an Aries. It's like you're dealing with fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. Or it's strong placements within their chart, or strong placements within your chart. And you're a lioness. But then I just got the message, you're my sunflower. Your love would be too much. So I don't know if it's like overwhelming or you gave too much. I mean, I don't know why the fuck you were giving too much to that. And I don't mean that as like that, like the animal, like lazy, like my time, my way. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like you're ready to take this fucker down. Like, you're ready to take someone out. Yeah, there's a pause before she fucking pounces on her fucking prey. Somebody better pick up on something real fucking quick here. Because, like I said, someone's not fucking learning. And you notice how it didn't want me to split the deck? Like, that's your message. Pisces, next 7 days. Self-worth and a karmic partner. So, like I said, where's your self-worth? Like, do you really want someone who's lazy and not doing nothing? And I can look at this as somebody just being extremely insecure too. And then we got bound. So this is a karmic relationship that needs to bye-bye. So people are hanging on for my material reasons here. That's why I got that ugly fucking vibe. Because you're in a partnership for material reasons. And you can come up with any excuse you want in the entire world on why it benefits you, but it's killing your souls. So this is husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, kid's mother, kid's father. This is exactly what this is. And if that's not your story, then this video is not for you. Go watch another one. And if you're a Pisces, or got strong Pisces in your chart, this is what's happening with somebody around you. It's like two motherfuckers that ain't doing jack shit. Where's your self-worth? This one's hanging on for materialistic reasons, and this one is staying out of safety and money as well. Somebody here, and it seems to be on the masculine side, is linked to a comic, and she's bound because she likes the security or she likes the money, and it's his job to leave first. Because she's not respecting him. There's no respect. There's no mutual respect. You don't have the same goals, the same outlook. You don't have the same. You don't have the same perspectives. Like this is like you're not even compatible. It's two fire signs. And they're in a relationship. You're in a relationship on money. And I'm telling you, it's his job to get out of this karmic relationship because she's going to stay because there's security, there's safety, whether he wants to see it or not. But he's too busy indulging other people, porn, food, liquor, drugs, whatever it is. He's too busy indulging. Or his insecurities like froze him. But it's still his job. It's his lesson to take himself out of it because this one's not. And she won't. So it's his lesson. Because when I split the deck, it was lesson. It's his lesson. It's on his side. So I don't need to read much more into that. I mean, that's a given, guys. I don't even feel like I need to read from the book. I mean, maybe I will because it will help somebody, but I pretty much just summed that up. Tasmanian Devil. I know you think butter wouldn't melt in my mouth, but don't be fooled. I command and expect nothing but respect. You would do the same as well with a certain area or a certain amount of fear in my presence. Because whether I bless you or not depends on how you make me feel. You'll see it's all about me. How you think or feel is irrelevant. Keep that in mind, and we would get along just fine. That behavior to me is just like extravagant, like royal, just thinks like, I wouldn't say entitled, but there's a lot of ego there. There's no cuddle bunny there. Okay. Business or career. You know too well that you got to take certain risks that involve making a move in something that you're probably more driven by, like passion. Yet alone, he manages to maintain both his crown and his staff, desperate in his cockiness. Yeah, I love that I actually picked up on that. Confidence will win you more because right now all you're doing is focusing on the losses. If you want something, you have to go after it. You have to move. You have to do it, or she's just gonna keep falling flat on your face. You gotta take a risk, or stop standing still. Family and relationships. Tasmanian devil's a lot like a relationship. Some days things are okay and going along, and you're just swimming, and you just feel like you're in the world, and boom, out of nowhere, yes, you got thorns all over your head. Just know that this sort of energy passes quickly, but don't get too attached to how things appear. Just wait 5 minutes. It will change all over again. It's like back and forth, back and forth. Health and well-being. The King of Wands is a sore loser. Jesus. The King of Wands is a real sore loser. So he very rarely, if he ever loses, this is the energy that he needs to harness right now to get to this particular step of his healing journey and be out. Burn or scorch. All that you have to leave behind, because there is no chance of going back. So get that out of your head and set your sights closely on what it is you want and what you actually want to achieve. Holy shit. I know I keep saying this, guys, but like I'm reading this stuff like nothing. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm like absolutely loving it. So, because I was literally saying in my head, gosh, next time this card comes around, I hope I don't read it like that again. Well, apparently I read it just fine. Okay. So, like, come on. Say bye-bye. Okay. The fuck? There's no love there. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio, where the Scorpio? Where is the Scorpio? That's 7 days. Teal will be your color this week. 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands. The Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Something is slowing you down. You're stopping your own future here, right? Because there's a snail here. It's the 10 of Wands. It's carrying too much weight, right? But it's like you're being real pokey about something. It's like sitting in a shitstorm too. Something is weighing you down. It's like you're too consumed with your own self, or I'm not sure if you should be consumed with your own self. I'm not quite sure how to read this. It's a 3 of Wands. It's like your ships are in, right? But it's like you got a woodpecker here. Your 2 wands are here. You're not even facing them. You just got 1 wand. But this 3 of Wands, typically in a deck, is all about, your future. Here and now, the present moment, right around the corner. Like a decision's already been made, but you didn't lay the weight down, right? Yeah, so something is still bogging you down, and until you let go of whatever that is. But I still think there's a problem here with the 3 of Wands. It's almost like you don't want something to unravel because it's going to cause like discord. It's almost like you're preventing the unraveling of something that needs to be unraveled. So again, strong fire. That's ironic because you should be devoted. It's something with two of you, right? But this is not the vibe I'm getting here. Like, so your priorities are ass backwards. So you're fantasizing about a future, but whatever you're devoting your time to right now is weighing you the fuck down. It's dragging you down. It's like living two lives. That's not cool. That can't be fun. It's like your priority, your main focus right now, not good. Your future, your here and now, this present moment, what you're fantasizing about could actually come into fruition. I almost feel like it's the magician. Scorpio. Next 7 days, Scorpio. Action, solitude, and shadow work. You're not doing what's best for you. It's like, this is telling me how long you're going to go within. How long are you going to keep making the same mistakes? How long are you going to stay in the dark energy? How long are you going to allow someone to hold you down? Whatever, there's an energy around you that's literally weighing you down. And it's not that union card, that's for sure. Like, how long are you going to sit there when you should have already took action? Because your future's here. So I don't know if you're buying time. I don't know why on earth you're allowing this. So there might be some seasonal depression or just straight up depression. There could be an addiction. There's something blocking. And it could be your own blockage. But Spirit's like, I feel like it's trying to peck at you. Like, what the fuck? Peck ahead. And look you got another pecker. Peck ahead. I haven't said that in so long. You got a fucking peck ahead on the board. Fucking peck ahead. I don't even know. I think that's an insult. You fucking peck ahead. No, sorry. I'm sure Spirit's not insulting you. That came out of Courtney's mouth. But I feel like it's like pecking you. Like, how long are you gonna stay down? How long are you gonna fucking stay down? I mean, come on. I know Scorps are deep, but I mean, come on. Come on, we're all about the fucking rebirth too, the rise of the phoenix, right? So snap out of it, you little fucking peckerhead. And there we go. Same fucking card again. Snap the fuck out of it. Well, something is keeping you from a beautiful connection. And if this video is for you, this is here and now. You know exactly what this is. All right? So stop being a fucking peckerhead. Fucking peckerhead. Oh my goodness. Fucking peckerhead. We got a peckerhead. Ten of Wands, you got the snail. Okay. It's like the hide and seek abilities to connect a rebirthing with your actual power into many physical forms. And my slimy, silvery trails track the natural magnetic pull of the earth as I travel through my physical life. I am totally contained within this journey and need nothing more than what and who I am. Allow me to show you how you can travel your own path encumbered and unrestricted. Yeah, so it's like restricting yourself or you're allowing somebody else to restrict you. You're being a peckerhead. Like I said, like Spirit's pecking at you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Because this is clear as day. Whoever's read this is, you already know who this other person is. It's being in the present moment, but you're allowing either self-restricting or somebody else to bog you down. Like I said, like something needs to unravel when it comes to business or career. And we know this isn't it, but if there's ever a time to delegate, it would be now. You're trying to carry too much of a load. If you want to continue, and if you continue, you will trip and fall and only hurt yourself, and not only you, others. And it could even be your own professional reputation too. This just told me it's hitting every other dynamic, just like Taurus. So I don't know if somebody has a strong Venus and Scorpio and Venus. So it takes a strong leader to actually lead. You got to let things go and focus upon the energy right now of more important things. Family, relationship. The 10 of Wands in a relationship reading is letting you know that you've taken on way too much than you can actually handle. Your own wants and needs and desires have gotten lost in the pile of all these sticks, and now you feel weighed down and heavy. If you do not rectify this quickly, all of this fiery energy will quickly engate into anger and resentment. Health and well-being. This card represents the load that you're carrying, the weight that you've been carrying around, both physically and vibrationally. The snail lets you know that you don't need to. You never even had to. And now's the time to let it go. So stop being a fucking peckerhead. We got a peckerhead on the board. We got a peckerhead on the board. I feel like there's sneakiness because I almost was like in my head, like, quick, here comes the peckerhead. All right. So there's something sneaky going on too. There's like lies. There's something. Could be lying to yourself. Okay. Sometimes your own ears can deceive you as sounds of the ways or distance are bouncing around. In order to find me in the door I have unlocked for you, you will need to be silent and aware that nothing but the sound of my knocking. So like I said, spirit's trying to like peck at you, like hello, but you're dwelling on the past pain, that how shit went down, trauma. You're just dwelling on the wrong thing. It's time to pick a direction. What's calling you right now? Clearly that. Why are you not going after it? Question mark. How will you allow the rewards for your hard work to actually return to you? Question mark. All right. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Aries, next 7 days. It's funny because I was just thinking of that same song. When you're on top of me, whatever that is. I don't even remember who that was for. Aries, next 7 days. Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. Like, damn. It's like you're doing nothing. You're wallowing. But you're trying to be a trooper at the same time. It's like, I feel like you're beating yourself up or something. It's like, stand up for you, right? Bob Marley. Because it's like, get up, stand up. Because you got a dead skeleton here, like you already been stabbed, right? Is past pain. It's not current, but dwelling on the pain. And then you got the elephant. Any elephant for me is beast mode. Like you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. And this is a beast. So I don't know if you have a beast coming towards you or that likes to keep throwing things in your back. But like it's like you're not really going within. It's like you're not kosher. You're like, I'll fight if I have to fight, but it's more humble energy. But all these swords together is a 7. So you're either self-sabotaging something or you're getting caught in a lie or you're revealing the truth. But it's like you're in a like dark, dry place. Like there's no greenery, there's cactuses here, there's strong air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The strong air, desert. Both these are desert vibes. Like all you have out there is air. So I think you're disappointed with yourself or angry at yourself. And if you're not disappointed or angry with yourself, somebody else is beast mode with you, like dragging you down, keeps talking about the past. It's like you've had enough, though. I can't believe like you're still standing. Well, it doesn't look like you are standing. This also looks like a little self-pity, like victim mode. So if that's the case, you need to step out of that too. With this 4 of Swords, you're fantasizing because that song just came through again. But it's like holding on, clinging to the past pain. That's like that's where your thoughts are. Is focused on pain, past. Like that doesn't serve you. Like go explore other opportunities. It's a toad, like women. How many toads you gonna kiss before you meet Prince Charming or something? You know what I mean? Like this is like you're bringing yourself down. And for what? And it's like you're doing nothing. It's like you're allowing it. It's time to compromise and start a healing process here. You've already been in a healing process, but you probably don't even realize you've been healing. And you're sure as fuck guarded or you're letting your ego get the best of you or something because there's opportunities to compromise, but you're not. You're doing nothing and you're dwelling. This is like choosing to stay here. So I don't, there might be depression here. Yeah, grief, compromising. It's a painful transition, but I don't even see you transitioning. You're thinking about something, but the majority of your thoughts while you're doing nothing, there's no action here. This is all thoughts, emotional, mental thoughts bogging you down. Shit that went down in the past or how you were treated. Or you're pissed off at yourself for how you treated somebody else. But you got the answer is no. And then you got return. So it looks like somebody from your past is going to try to come back in. And the answer is no. You've already been through the ringer with somebody. So in the next week, somebody's going to want a favor or want something. And you're going to be like, I don't think you're going to use it against them. But someone's going to come back. A spouse, an ex, a physical human being that you need to say no to. There's no mutual love because at the bottom of the 3 of Swords is the 2 of Cups. So I don't know if you're contemplating love. And after return, you got solitude, wanting to communicate, third party. Like, nope. So you got somebody that wants you back for the wrong reasons. So that's what's coming your way. You're just going to get hurt again or get angry because you're going from the Four of Swords. So to me, you already stepped out of the Three of Swords, but you're going back to the Three of Swords. So it's like someone's coming back because they just don't want to feel lonely. So you got to be strong enough to really know where you stand and whatever this is for you. Briefly, real quick, there is something to be said with taking a moment and honoring what actually really hurts. Pain itself is not the problem. Not knowing what to do with the pain, however, is where you get yourself in trouble. Loss is a very important part of this physical world. You cannot have a new life without death, nor can you gain without a loss. So in this moment, go within and honor what it is you really want and leave everything else aside. When it comes to, I'm just going to read family and relationships because we know is a person wanting something, okay? The Three of Swords is often called the heartache card. It's traditionally a known piercing image of the heart. Here, the heartache is seen in the real. Here, the heartache is seen in the real world. The world of the elephant. Heartbreak is inevitable, and it's the game of life. This is nothing you can do about it except to feel it and allow it and grieve it. Just don't do nothing and don't stay in this energy for too long. It is not a long-term vibration. Okay, so you got to bounce out of that. All right, Four of Swords. Did you know that the most successful person of your time actually needs to take a nap or rest in one's mind or body or wonders for creativity and energy of the soul? It's the stillness that you can remove ourselves from all the outside stuff, the work, the physical world, and just try to let stuff fall into place without consistent interference. Sometimes is the best course of action is no action at all. Just don't even engage. Just for today, take the load off and rest those weary bones. So you could be worried about something, or every time something's about to fall into place, you have interference. Okay, so it's like there you are trying to figure things out, mentally going within, and bam, here comes more interference. Okay, so you got to recognize that stuff too. Stop whatever it is you're doing and allow yourself to fall into place. When it comes to family and relationships, do you need to stop and let others look? Do you need to stop and let others look after you for a change? ? Allow yourself to lean on others or to let those around you play a bigger part than you've allowed them to play in the past. Take yourself out of the action for a while and see what happens. So stop engaging with this energy that you keep engaging with. When it comes to your health and well-being, this card literally means you need to rest, you need to heal, and walk away from what no longer is serving you. So far now, put your feet up and allow yourself to rest and recovery. It craves, so your feet's craving, right? This is not the time for you to push yourself for your limits or let your ego get in the way. Instead, lie down, dream, sleep, and heal, and go after what you truly want. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid that's going to happen? ? Stop trying to control everything? ? Where can you include more downtime in your schedule? ? If you could go anywhere on vacation, where would you go? ? Why would you go there? ? Why would you take that person? ? Okay, so be careful. You got interference coming your way once again. To me, it's like same shit, different day. Leo, next 7 days. Leos, my lions, my Leos. Next 7 days. I feel like there's a breath of fresh air. I was like, ooh. My North Node is Leo. 6 of Swords. Page of Wands. Someone else had the 6 of Swords. It was guided by someone, though. So there's a lesson here. Page of Wands is usually good news. But I feel like the salamander is slick right now. It's almost like the hand glider wants to pounce on the salamander. I love salamanders. I can't see any negativity in that card. But I can see like the darkness again with the 6 of Swords, right? So it's like learning a lesson or lesson learned. Like it's time to go elsewhere. Like there's nothing growing, there's nothing evolving. It's like getting out of a fight, an argument. Ego, narcissism, controlling energy, right? It's like just get on the canoe and go. That salamander looks a little sneaky though, but I love salamanders. I don't have anything bad to say about that salamander right now, even though it looks a little sneaky. So that you might just get a message that makes you move. You like to move it. I don't know if you're going to like that message, but there might have been a lesson that you didn't pick up on, or now you're picking up on the lesson and it's time to go. So you hear some type of news that is like game over, time to go. Because the 5 of Swords comes before the 6. That's all about games, winning, losing, battle after battle after battle, thinking you're going to win the war. So you're going to get some type of message, whether you like it or not. And then it prompts you to go. It's almost like, all right, I'm out. I got to be out. So hopefully, lesson learned. Yeah, so must be something karmic. Yeah, victim. Don't want to be left alone, right? So someone's going to try to play victim, or this is you playing victim. So a message like I thought you wouldn't want to hear, right? Why me? Blah, 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 blah. So I think you thought it might be a message from a fire sign, or you think you thought, or you think you're thinking that the message will be good, but it's unwelcoming news, right? And it's like it's like there's a lesson here. So there's a karmic lesson here. Somebody else we were just dealing with had a karmic situation too. Didn't that come up twice? So it's time to go. So right now, this energy is not learning, thinking something was going to go in the favor. Like slick, like I said. But again, I got nothing bad to say about salamanders because I fucking love salamanders. But this one thinks they're fucking slick Rick. Or if it's not Rick, it's Karen. Gotta go. Because this is somebody playing victim. This is somebody who just doesn't want to be abandoned or lonely, So that energy is going to play victim and come at you with different energy. So whoever's around you is going to try to come at you with different energy, or vice versa. You're coming at somebody with different energy. So something goes in your favor because you want to be the victor. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to be the victor. But you are going to play victim. So I know this is karmic because what goes around comes around. Because this is the 5 of Swords comes first. This is somebody who thought they were going to get good news, and it doesn't end up being good news. And then they play victim. So you could be dealing with another fire sign or an air sign. We all have every archetype in our chart anyway. So right now it's like not learning the lesson. This is somebody who thought they were going to win. They probably kept winning the battles over and over, right? But they don't win the war because they were stuck in their own ego, man or woman, their own karmic situation, their own karmic lesson that they really just don't want to learn. But it looks like you don't really have a choice. And it's like don't be fooled here either, because this card typically is very good news, right? So it's like, I don't know if you think something was going to go in your way, like I said, like you were going to be the victor, the winner, but something doesn't go in your direction, and it's like you flip a switch real quick and go into victim mode. So if you're dealing with a Leo and you're trying to get out of a situation, be real careful. Didn't we just have a scenario like that too, where the answer was no? So I don't know if you guys are all linked, or if this is you, just a Leo yourself, like this is karma. This is karmic. You got to learn. You're not learning. That's because you thought something was going to go in your direction with the Page of Wands, and it just doesn't pan out that way. And it's usually from your own doing, because there's no sincerity there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so real quick with the Five of Swords, although I'm hardly afraid of sharp, pointy things, I do find it bothersome when they keep showing up, or at least expect to encounter them. I have to admit, it does not throw this girl off her game. So you might be dealing with a woman Leo. But in this world, you have to see what's really there, and you have to change your direction accordingly. Victory is an event. And this is the Five of Swords. See, so this is a feminine who thought victory was going to go in her favor. But it was short-lived. Do not lose focus on what you really want. Go after little things. Lingering here will only cause bigger problems in the long run. Instead, honor yourself by winning and stay up with the momentum and work on your next challenge. Okay? So, like I said, it's somebody who thought was going to be the victor. So, there's some karmic lessons there, to say the least. Because when you think you're going to win, you're not coming from a good heart space. The sugar glider. Here we go again. All right. It's time. You got to move forward. Take a risk. Again, you're not moving, but that can be just as dangerous. Trying to stay where you feel safe and secure won't get you anywhere, and it's definitely not going to serve you. You've outgrown your old self in this situation. It's time for you to say goodbye once and for all. No one said any of this would be easy, but at least for now, don't hold back on anything, and just glide, okay, through this winds of the current inevitable change. So it's happening no matter what. So do the best you can, okay? Family and relationships. Swords can drive us batty. The Six of Swords has no expectation. Right now, you need a mental vacation from your relationship. You're overplaying shit in your head. The glider needs to take a break. Go outside, raise your arms, get in the air, close your eyes, tilt your head towards the sky, and just feel the blow of the mental cobwebs dissipate. Health and well-being. This card is a reminder that everything you already have is already what you need for your own journey, your health and your well-being. It's something you need to require. It's something you don't need to require. It's already there. You're probably just not noticing it because you're too busy trying to dictate the terms and the dialogue. Let go of somebody or let go of something and let your body do what it needs to do. Take a seat, listen to yourself, and get ready for this change. Be careful, okay? This is really somebody who thought they could charm their way into a situation or something, and it's like it doesn't go their way. It backfires because there wasn't There was ill intent here. This is somebody who planned on winning. Okay, that's not cool. So, again, the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, somebody could be a feminine here, really thought something was going to go in their direction. And right now it's time to go in a new direction and take care of yourself. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, what's going on with you guys? You in a sticky situation? Sagittarius, next 7 days. Eight of Cups, Triple Loops, the 4 of Wands. You just want more. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You know, it's not like what you didn't have. Well, what you did have or still have, it's really not enough. There's not really contentment. There was still some happy times, right? There's 8 cups, but they really don't look full. So I think you're probably contemplating. You could be down with a Pisces, or Cancer, but I really think you're contemplating your foundation right now. What's important to you? Security. Again, this crow looks angry to me. I don't even know if it's a crow. I think if anything, it might be a raven. I don't know. It's stagnant, and it's funny that I feel, well, not funny, but I feel stagnant energy. I just thought of Vincent van Gogh again. Doesn't he have clouds just like that? He's probably an artist here. But the energy of the stream, right, is like you're trying to fight the current, but your stability is not what you think it is. Or it is, and you just can't fight that feeling anymore. So it can go either way. You could be scary, but you are going towards stability. And so it's like leaving something behind, walking away from something. It's like profit and loss, right? You lose something in order to gain something because you're gaining. So whatever's going on in the next 7 days, you have a gain. It might not feel that way, but there's a gain here because you're going right towards stability. So I don't know if it's just scary for you. Like you were comfortable and secure where you're at, but those cups aren't really full. See what I'm saying? It's like floating around. So I don't know if it's old energy. I'm not really sure. I'm picking up on total different vibes here. And I definitely think there's an artist here. Like that reminded me of like a Vincent van Gogh painting with a cloud or something in one of his paintings. And I mentioned him earlier. I think it was Taurus. I don't know. I could be wrong. It was the one with the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Where it was like refurbishing or something, right? Something like that. So somebody's actually not saying something too, believe it or not. So somebody probably really admires you, wants to be with you, you know, thinking about you, fantasizing, reminiscing, going through photos. So you could have an ex here. Or not wanting to let go. Or this is somebody, or you're going towards, it's hard to let go. It's hard to walk away from the past, right? Because not all bad memories, but there's no contentment there anymore. And trust me, you are going towards stability. You're probably going towards somebody who's really going to admire you, respect you. Or vice versa, however this reads for you. Because in a way, it's like you almost don't want to walk away because it's stable. But it's not that stable. It can't be. You're not content. So you're staying for the wrong reasons. But to me, I honestly feel like if you leave, you're going right towards stability. So right now, there's no emotional stability here. So I don't know if you're seeking emotional stability, you're craving it, you need it, you just feel the need for it. I'm not really sure. Sagittarius, next 7 days. But you're going towards a gain, but I'm sure it doesn't feel that way. 8 of Cups is tough. Always trying to find a way back in or a way out. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough card. I think the 8 of Cups is tougher than the 3 of Swords, to be quite honest with you. But again, this is a gain. Okay, so the 8 of Cups, this is brilliant. Because the 8, yeah, your crossroads. I just said that. But the 8 of Cups, when the 2 of Cups comes out, you are definitely going in the right direction because you're searching for those 2 of Cups. You truly want those 2 of Cups. You want that contentment. This is the 2 of Cups with the union. That's 2 cups. 2 of Cups. Okay? The 8 of Cups always walks to the 2 of Cups. When the 2 and the 8 come out together, your contentment is here. So I definitely would not stay too long at your crossroads right now. So I don't know if you're considering walking away. You could be considering walking away from somebody because something's not going in your direction, or you're not getting emotional security, you're not getting emotional support. But this would be a really good connection, and maybe you know it's a good connection, but it's just not fulfilling you because somebody is not emotionally secure. So maybe one of you is emotionally secure. I know I just flipped the story, but I'm totally getting that vibe because unless there's just other things here, but to me, that's a beautiful card. That's so happy together. Dun, 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 dun. Because you're not going to have that type of romantic image or fantasy or dream and be in the 8 of Cups, right? It's no. So to me, it's here. It's almost like you're scared of it. So I think somebody is probably in their emotions and somebody else is not, or both are in their emotions, but one expresses better than the other. But you're stuck in something karmic. Walk away. You're afraid of being abandoned or lonely. All the fire signs just got that kind of the same vibe too. So this is somebody in a situation for safety reasons, for stability, for material reasons. It's not emotional security because it's not doing it. So I don't know if there's a karmic partner here, there's somebody else, you're fantasizing about somebody else. Like, it's like, get off the fucking train track. See you fucking later. There's no emotional support here. This is karmic. Stop reminiscing. Stop looking in every cup. Like, let the past go. You're not truly content. So to stay here and contemplate would be foolish. It's the salmon. If one does nothing else with life, one needs to at least have taken a certain quest. There needs to be some point of your journey where you give it your all and you go after that call and you allow yourself to do something outside the box or ordinary. Your soul is yearning and pulls you towards within every breath you take. Give in, let go, and let this quest begin. Yeah, so it's like, stop standing there for so damn long. When it comes to business and career, it's time for a change in direction or to let something go. You may be too emotionally attached to the direction or where you want to head, or a project or a client, but right now you need to walk away. That's what needs to be done. Do it now before it's too late and you're stuck in a mess that will only harm yourself and your own reputation. So be careful. Family and relationships. Not everything is meant to last. It may not be what you want to hear, but sometimes it's what you got to give. Your emotions attached to this person or situation is going to drain you terribly if you do not walk away now. Just give yourself that space that you need. Get clear and see what happens next. The 8 of Cups says one step at a time. Health and well-being. The 8 of Cups is asking you to seek a deeper meaning, more life, meaningful life. Where you go is no longer an option. It is time to get out. It's where you don't want to go is where you probably should be, and that's probably where the answer lies. So now what? Question mark. Dig deep and look inward. The answers you seek are not at the surface. They are somewhere where you need to travel in order to retrieve them. So someone needs a sabbatical too, or a vacation. Okay. So this talks about like your current mode, question mark. Okay. Do you feel discontent in your life? Question mark. What sort of things can you change to get on track? Question mark. So all those things that you know that but you're not doing. So it's time to be out from this situation. It's gonna do you more harm to stay in it. Okay. I love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. 3 hours. So much for real quick with me ever. So if you just get into the end of this read, I'm so sorry I didn't timestamp. Hopefully somebody can do that, or work is slow tomorrow. I can just go through, and as you guys watch, if you can timestamp, I would appreciate it. I really like this deck. I love it. I'm so excited. And it was so random. I don't know if you guys remember Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. I was talking about a coworker, Kata, and how he's just getting into this in certain decks, and we were talking about it. And he's like, "Oh, I just picked up this deck." I'm like, "Yeah, which one?" And he was like, "Animal Totem." I was like, "Oh, I never heard of it." And what made me actually get this deck, all I had to do is look at the gorilla. I'll find it real quick. But I think it's the Emperor. But I was like, man, I love animals. And look at that horsey. I haven't come across this one yet. But this one is so damn cute. When I was going through the deck briefly, like a quick peek before I staged, I was like, oh my God. Oh my cuteness. Oh my cuteness. Right? Oh, it is so cute. All right. But this gorilla is like a beast. Like, it's not the Emperor I'd want. Yep. I was like, oh, the good old Emperor. Because you know me, guys. Everyone's like, oh, I want an Emperor. Fuck that. I don't want an Emperor in my life. I don't. No. It's not like the Empress. They have not managed all 4 elements. That's like control. Like taking like that. No. I want the King of Pence, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. And a good communicator, right? I don't want the fucking Emperor. The Emperor can be my boss, but I don't want the fucking Emperor. And it's so perfect because I've said this to you guys so many times on how I feel about the Emperor, and this artist fucking nailed it for me. Like, yep, fuck off. But if it's work, suck it up. But I was like that. All I did was look at that one card, and I was like, put it right in my box. So I'm glad that it was just yesterday or something. And it just happened to be Prime. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. But it was Prime. I got it like overnight. So yeah, as I've been just yesterday, I just got them today. Today. Right? And it's like a greedy motherfucker too, looking like hoarding all the fruit. And it's like it's so plump and juicy and ready and prime. And this little fucker's like, fuck you. That's really how I feel about the Emperor. Just me as a reader. We all have our things, We all have our shit. But I love you guys. I'm glad we had some time to catch up. And like I said, I got Friday off. Look at the Hermit. How cute is he? I almost call it a centipede. I think it's a praying mantis. I don't think it's a grasshopper. It might be a grasshopper though. Yeah, I think it's a grasshopper. But I'm glad we had a chance to catch up. And I'll be here Friday. And again, for those who want to know, it's the animal totem. I'm really loving that Mothers of Cups with the moose. The Lovers is pretty too. Nine of Swords. I don't even know what that is. A Zach. Yeah. See, I don't. Like I said, I only skimmed through them real quick. Oh, look at the Ten of Pence with the bunnies. It's kind of dark. You kind of can't see it, but as I start using it more, and I mean, I'm telling you, like I read these cards like I was reading from the book. Absolutely love it. So apparently, I really mesh with the artist here. These are Robertson. I'll have to look into her other decks to be quite honest with you, because I was right there with her for sure. Let me take a picture of that in case I got some time. Oh my gosh, it's almost midnight. Jeez. Take a picture of that for tomorrow so I can look at some of our other decks. It's not familiar to me at all. I don't have any of our other decks. I know that for a fact. But it's nice when you come across a deck like that. So I hope it didn't seem like too repetitive by, kind of telling the story and then reading the same thing and then being like, oh my gosh, I love this. It was the first time I had the cards out. So I just like get amazed sometimes when I see shit unfold like that. And it's like, oh, I just read that story. It's nice. Illustrated by Eugene Smith. It's probably more the illustrator, but it goes either way because I got another deck of cards. It's actually my first deck of cards. But she sent me on a fucking train ride, that one. And she was depressed too. Go figure, it was my first deck. It's like the Wild Unknown. What's her name? Who makes the Wild Unknown? She was depressed too, and I didn't know that. It ended up being like one of my first or second decks. Something Khan. Who made the deck the Wild Unknown? Kimberly Karn or something, maybe? So maybe it's not the Wild Unknown. Kimberly Kearns or something. It must not be that because it's not popping up. The Wild Unknown Terror. I could have sworn it was the Wild. Yeah, it is. No, it's not saying who. Now it's coming up. Kim Kearns. So she was like one of my first decks, and I didn't realize she was depressed when she made that particular deck. I ended up reading a story a couple years later, and I was like, damn, that makes perfect sense. Because it took me on a train, gave me nightmares. Like, it was insane. Like, that's how much I tapped into her energy in that deck. So that's when I had the opposite energy. Like, I tapped into that energy like nothing, but it was feel-good energy. It was like, yay, This was not feel-good energy, but I still love the deck. I really do. But I had to learn to adjust my emotions and my experience because I had already bonded with the deck, So I wasn't going to be like, oh, I'm not going to use that again. But I had to. That's probably why I had to learn, or how I started to learn to work with the deck, to be honest with you, So I'm just saying, like, in general, it's just really nice when decks like that just kind of fall into my hands. It really, truly is. It was just very smooth. So, all right. Well, I love you guys. I hope you get some sleep. It's almost midnight, and I gotta wake up at 5. 6, actually. 6. guess I'll be drinking 2 coffees tomorrow. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. I miss you. I love you too. Sweet dreams. You're very welcome. Donata. Thank you. Thank you. I just said in my head I'm going to hit the hay. But in all reality, I don't think I'd ever really want to hit the hay. Like, how uncomfortable is that? Man, I think I would have, like, back in the day. What else could we have used besides hay? I can see, like, the buoyancy, right? The thickness, so you're not on the ground. I probably would have laid, like, a whole bunch of leaves on top of it. I probably just went into a past life because I'm like, damn, that doesn't, like, you know? Probably for, like, warmth and stuff too, like, from the ground. Like, so, I mean, I get it, but, like, I'm just wondering, like, these days we got feather tops. Like, what did they use so they didn't get poked everywhere? I guess I would have went with leaves or grass. Well, grass would just dry up. I don't know. Talk about the upkeep on bedding, huh? And firewood. A lot of work. But what a simple way of living. Simplicity. Guess if you're on top of it, right? Then you're good. Can't be lazy back then. You were lazy back then, you're fucked. No such thing as lazy. Damn. It just brought me, like, past life, like, not past life for me, but just, like, past in general, right? Like, I just think of, like, the women who got stuck, like, in arranged marriages and, like, drunk. So people, that had to go work on the railroad, or, you know what I mean? And they had to do all that themselves. I mean, obviously we're more than capable, but, like, damn, nothing like not having a partner. You know what I mean? So much different than these days. I mean, it's the same kind of chaos, I guess, right? Different type of chaos, same type of weight. I think everyone, like, was pretty equal. You know what I mean? They did the cooking, the sewing, it was equal. I'm sure it was. Kids and teaching and, you know, all the hard work they did. And imagine just doing that by yourself back then, though. It's like, damn. I feel like it would just been a lot more work. You know? No. I don't know. But I love you guys. I'll see you Friday. Bye, guys. I love you too.